Throughout my career as a writer, I've been asked to come to many different classrooms and teach about poetry, from high school to college and even some adult classes. So beyond teaching a workshop and teaching people how to write is just the concept of being a poet who's working in the world and getting to come into a classroom and introduce kids to the fact that you can kind of do whatever you want as long as you put your creative energy into it. It might not seem so astounding in this moment that I'm a poet for a living, but when you get older and you start figuring out what your job is going to be, you're going to think back on me and be like, what? How did she do that? But then maybe you'll be like, oh, I can do whatever I want also. So it's a poetry experience, but it's also a life lesson on being able to express yourself and, make a living in a fun and interesting way. Blood rush in ears and the calm swell of being gone quiet.
Oh my God.
A lot of times people are like, you never see the poems again, you just give them away. But that's kind of a thing that I like about it, because then it's not about me. So half of the experience in the classroom is me talking about what my profession is and kind of introducing them to that. And then I talk about poetry in general and sort of demystify it, take down all these walls that maybe have been built up around it for kids, and it's not such a foreign thing, it's not such a hard thing, and kind of take away that idea about it and show them that it's something really beautiful and that they engage with it all the time. They're text messaging, they're surrounded by advertising, there's poetry in their lives. It's just different than maybe it has historically been. So if you're a teacher or a student or anyone who would want me to come to their school, or if you have any ideas for school projects and anything involving classrooms and students, I'm really interested in that. I think it's a really important thing to bring poetry into the forefront and kind of show kids how it does still relate to them. Half of them probably write poetry or want to, or have something to express that form of art would be helpful for. So I think it's something that I'm really excited to bring to any classroom that I can get into.